Right, we're going to go through every Premier League club, talk about their biggest transfer rumour so far, and we're going to rank them. These are the tiers you need to know. Signing of the season, break the bank, good business, why not? And no. So let's get into it. Arsenal, Mikel Merino, 28 years old, market value 42 million. When it comes to Arsenal, we had Clive here, didn't we? And he was saying that little bit more threat on possibly the left side or one of those 2 8s was something that he wanted.
I think they just need that, like you said, a bit of just that cover for Rice to kind of ease that hangover going into the new season.
He's a technical player who can play that little bit higher up, but will get himself into the box. And it's another one, like another big lad. Yeah. Like if you think of a corner now look, it might change in terms of the left back position. But say you've got Kivior, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, Declan Rice,
Calafiori,
Havertz.
Yeah.
Havertz.
They can attack the ball in the air.
And Merino. That's pretty crazy. Newcastle fans are going to be fuming. Right, so with Merino, signing of the season, break the bank, good business, why not or no? Thoughts? Where do we want him? Come on, Kai, where are you putting him?
Good business for me.
Yeah.
I agree. It says market value 42 million. I don't know if that feels. I don't know where I sit on value at the moment because it's a weird time. But I think
resale.
As long as it's cheap enough, I'm more in the why not category.
I think I'm somewhere in between. I think it's sort of floating in between, but I'd probably edge towards good business.
Okay. What did you say?
Good business.
Good business. Okay. Nice one. Good. Nice marker to put down. Right. Aston Villa. Amadou Onana, 22. Market value 42 million as well.
Yes, 50 million euros. So
Right.
that's what it translates to.
Okay.
The sell-on fee is massive because if you sell him to Villa, there's Declan Rice who went for 100 million. And Anna's younger. So he has a good season. What's stopping someone like Man City coming in and paying
He's
100
going to have
mil?
Champions League experience as well on his CV.
Yeah.
He's still 22. He could play for 2 years, 3 years, still be of an age where you can still get a decent amount of money for him.
Top player.
Yeah, you love him.
Space invader. That guy can cover ground on and off the ball.
Yeah.
And I think if you have Kamara, if you have Onana, who's seen as the one who will more often than not sit, that's it's a bit like Declan Rice. It's not getting the best out of him. You want someone that can
Yeah, you
cover
want to
him
give him
behind
that
him.
element of freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, you want him to be able to just drive with the ball, make
Yeah,
those
yeah.
passes, and that's a great signing. That is a great signing.
Yeah, I think it's a good one all round. Signing of the season, wouldn't go that far because I think it's going to be it's going to be some growing pains there for Villa, I think, in terms of being in the Champions League.
Other people in Villa will take headlines.
Break the
over
bank for me.
Onana.
Break the bank?
Yeah.
Breaking news. I've changed the second tier to get it done.
Get it
Yeah,
done.
that's yeah.
We'll get to it.
I wasn't wholly convinced, and I'm still not, obviously, of how if Villa would be able to maintain their Champions League status. That signing makes me a lot more confident.
Yeah, it's a good step towards that, I think.
Yeah, get it done.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yes, get it done.
Yeah.
End my suffering.
Bournemouth. Jake Clark-Salter. Now, silence
Your
I
time to
hear
shine.
from everyone else.
Do it, mate. Come on, Dan.
So for anyone wondering, what, you don't know who Jake Clark-Salter is? Your ball knowledge is pathetic. He is a Queen's Park Rangers centre-back.
Wasn't he Chelsea Academy?
He was at Chelsea
There you go,
Academy.
see?
Mick Beale got him through the door. He's 26. Market value is 1 million. I'm not happy about that.
Harsh.
A huge reason as to why we survived was our centre-back partnership. Our centre-back partnership was Jake Clark-Salter on the left-hand side and Steve Cook on the right. Good, solid on the ball, and as I say, come through the Chelsea Academy. That's a big one. I think he was at Coventry before that.
Sorry, just on that, it's usually a good sign.
Yeah, I always give him a
if you
little bump up.
survive back when Chelsea, I mean, they lost away a little bit the academy
Yeah.
perhaps, but when they were ruthless, they were the most ruthless academy.
Really?
Yeah, by far. They would literally have who they believed would be the best under 18 in the country, and other academies will say we're going to keep a path open for him. They'll be like, well, we'll still sign someone else. Now, best man wins.
Yeah.
So if you survive, if you are still a pro footballer past the under 18 stage at Chelsea, it's a good bloody sign.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a testament to his mindset that he got through all of that.
So I would have taken 5 million. I'm going to bump that up. A little bit more. So yeah, but what I would say, honestly, it was very tense at the end of the season, and I've not seen performances like he was possessed. Sorry, he was phenomenal. Signing of the no, I think you can leave this one to me, can't you? Where is he? I'm going to put him. I'm going to put why not, because I think from Bournemouth's point of view, not got Premier League experience, has had injury problems, but will probably be cheap and has got good potential. So I'll go, why not? Brentford, Eddie Nketiah, 25. Another one kind of, you might have thought he was a bit younger. Obviously, he was one of there's certain players like in different eras. James Milner was one who just played under 21s for like forever.
Yeah.
I know, that was
That's Eddie Nketiah.
He played 21s forever, and then all of a sudden he was 35. There was no in between.
The current one I would say is Max Aarons, who's probably done, I think he's probably done now, isn't he? Market value 25 million. Of course, I think he signed a new deal on the back of last season, right? He's loosely been linked with a few Premier League clubs, such as West Ham and Wolves, whilst also being linked with Marseille. But if Ivan Toney is on his way out, you could understand why Brentford would want him, especially if Toney goes the other way, as it works out as a positive PSR deal for both parties. So what, you're seeing a little swap here?
It's good business, some would say.
Yeah. Why not?
I think for him, a move to Brentford would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I trust Thomas Frank. Nketiah is a Premier League level poacher inside the box. And I'm sure Frank will have a setup that ensures that by hook or by crook, Nketiah will be sniffing out chances in and around the box. I trust that to happen. It's a very different way of playing than if you have Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
Because now who's going to feed the likes of Vissa and Burmo? How are you going to adapt it slightly? But I trust Frank to do that. So I think for Nketiah, it's very, very good.
When you said Premier League level,
Yeah.
did you nearly say Premier League proven but changed because he's not actually proven it?
I guess a little bit.
I think that's fair.
I guess a little
that's
bit.
fair
Yeah.
point.
I do
Yeah,
believe
it's
he's Premier League level.
I agree.
really
I
do.
agree.
But yeah, I guess
we need
it's
to see it now.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because like to say proven, what does that even mean? Like how?
I think you
Yeah.
need
How
50
many
goals
goals
in
have
the
you
league,
scored?
don't you?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure he's got that. So I think it's a right time for him to move. And actually, him signing. Maybe Arsenal shouldn't have done it, but I guess this is the thing with these guys. They'll get the contract, won't they, Mr. PSR? Because they'll want that. They need that profit, right?
Pure profit, isn't it?
So I like it. I like it a lot. What do we
it done.
think? Signing of the season, get it done. Good business.
Good business. Let's go.
Yeah.
I would say good business.
I think either that or get it done. I think it's
gonna go get it done.
Yeah, I think
Really?
if he's there, it's just I think a lot
good
of
business. I think the one thing I wonder.
One thing about Nketiah, he didn't make it through past that point in the Chelsea academy. He left Chelsea academy when he was 16.
There's no rules to it. I'm just saying.
Right, well, I think, and with that, we're going to have to put it down to good business. We're just not sure because he didn't make it through Chelsea. That's not on us. That's on Harry. Right, Brighton, Crescencio Somerville, 22, market value 17 million.
He's a good player, but I don't get it.
Feels low.
22 million.
He's a very good player, but I don't get it. Brighton have got some fantastic ball carriers that start from wider, drive inside. Somerville's pretty good at that as well.
Yeah,
But is he necessary?
I would have understood it more last summer if it was the contingency for if Matoma left. I think I would have got it a bit more then. Like he's a great player and it feels Brighton, but I kind of with you, like it feels a little bit at the wrong time.
I'll be surprised if they go through with this one. I
Yeah.
really would.
Okay.
He's a very good player, but I don't see the need for it.
It's one where if you get him for 17 million, if you can get him for 17 million,
Do it.
then why not? Because because it's one where like regardless of say he plays 15 games next year, I think he still will impress to a point, and he'd only be 23, and you probably could still sell him for 30, 35 anyway.
Yeah.
I think why not? Personally, I get the idea that it's too many. Are you with me?
Yeah, I think so now. Yeah.
Right, Harry, here we go. Here's your chance. Chelsea,
Signing of the season.
Desire Dewey, 19, market value 24.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
mil.
That market value, that's nonsense.
Not having it?
Double that at least.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much would you pay for him if you're a Chelsea sporting director?
60 plus.
60 plus.
I think
You
that's
wouldn't have to. I don't think he would go for that much,
Yeah.
but
I
So-
think that's what we're looking at, though, isn't it? I think PSG and Bayern are flirting with him, and it's around 50 to 60.
the last player from Liga that I remember looking at and thinking, you ride challenges as good as that. Your tempo of when to speed up, when to slow down, of how to connect play, when to go 1v1, ability to run attacks. The last player I saw as good as that from Ligue 1 was Eden Hazard. This kid is phenomenal.
He sort of broke through as more of a 10 or playing inside, didn't he? And then it kind of, last season was the year that it clicked when he went out wide. But I see the Hazard thing in terms of the movement of the feet, the ability to slow it down and then go either side as well. He's incredibly
I don't think he'd go to
impressive.
Chelsea though.
Well, so the thing I would say is this Maresca signing? Is this one going to suit him? And the second question I would ask is, what? They've invested a lot of money in a lot of wide players now. So you can only have two on the 2, 3 if you're going to play Palmer as a 10, which they did, and put Madueke. I really enjoy Madueke.
Yeah,
he's great.
It seems like they're desperate for one, though, isn't it? Because it's
Mudryk,
like
Sterling. It's a lot of players.
Because if it's not Doué, it's Williams, and before that it was Elise, wasn't it? So it's just like, you've invested so much money into the likes of Mudryk. Madueke is someone who, took a while to shine bright at Chelsea, but I think towards the back end of last season is definitely coming into his own a bit more. That made me confused about the Elise thing, but again, it's a bit like, if
I guess they're doing it because kind of what I said about Chelsea earlier about the youth team. They might have these players, but he's better.
Yeah, and they've always been like that.
And the one player that they will definitely look to be starting all the time hasn't arrived yet is Esteval, but he's not. His contract doesn't start there until he turns 18, I believe, which is in a year.
Yeah.
So he will start, I'm sure. But until Chelsea don't wait around. They like, well, we think he's better right now, so we're going to play him.
So, signing of the season you wanted?
Sign of the season. Don't you dare put it anywhere else.
No. You want signing of the season? Fine. Okay.
I insist.
Come back to if someone wants to battle you out as we progress.
Hang on, can you only have one there?
Huh?
You only having one there?
Yeah.
I'll stick with it.
See what's coming.
Let's see if something changes on my mind, but I'll stick with it.
Crystal Palace, Marcus Edwards, 25, market value 70 million.
I like this so
like
much.
for like for Elise.
I like it so much.
Talented. He's similar, but I think there are a few different elements. Maybe a bit more direct, bit more pace, maybe less vision.
When Dortmund sold Jadon Sancho, he's who I thought would be a really good replacement because he had a breakout season at Sporting Lisbon by that time. He was showing that he can make it work in the first team career, because that was always the doubts with him, is he got the temperament and the mindset to make it stick, and he went and performed at Sporting Lisbon, so you show you can. Fair play to him. I like that signing a lot.
I think he's desperate to come to the Premier League and prove people wrong, because again, there's been so much talk about, is he 25 now? So it's kind of a bit
it's now, isn't it?
Yeah. There's been so much talk about what went wrong at Tottenham with him and Pochettino. Was it you hate kind of labelling people like this, but was it an attitude thing? Was it a temperament thing? Was it this? Was it that? And I think he just wants to come back to the Premier League and just shut everybody up a bit.
That really irritates.
That's fine though, right?
Exactly.
Having that energy to prove
it really irritated me how people treated him.
Yeah.
He was 15 years old and getting spoken about by like, I get first team players to come and watch him. Like, he's 15.
Yeah. Don't put that pressure there.
Relax a little bit, right?
Yeah. And I think Palace is the perfect place in terms of the trajectory of where they're going. The attitude thing of go and be the Elise replacement, go and be that guy. I love the business that they've done to kind of, like the replacement of these kind of key players. Again, like if Eze was to move, again, not that similar in terms of profile, but I think Kamada is so smart.
Yeah.
Like everything they're doing is just really well thought out. And I think Edwards, for so many, I love it. I really love it.
If you think of Gyökeres and how he's kind of played with him, you've got Mateta. Palace is the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I would battle it out there for signing of the season. Maybe a conversation at the end of it.
Sign of the season. Wow.
I think my fear is, when I zoom out a little bit, is that Crystal Palace, everyone's going to be hyping them up at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And there's always one team that everyone gets hyped up and it doesn't.
And also
totally
the problem
come
is
to
you
be.
are going to be replacing Elise, and for me, Elise is like top 5 players in Europe for doing what he does. Like, I think Elise is probably a little bit underappreciated for just how good he is.
I'm going to give you Everton. Jesper Lindstrom, 24 market value, 18.5 million. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, and which tier?
I was excited about this one when I saw it, because if you look at his heat map, he's not the build you expect him to be.
No, he's got really thin legs, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's tall as well.
Yeah.
And his heat map suggests like, okay, he's a touchline winger that just gets it in the box. Like, you'd think like, I don't know, Adam Lennon. But he's bigger than that, and his strides are a lot more long, and it's a lot smoother than you think. Creativity, like, he's never racked up assists, but he gets goals, which is a weird one with his positioning.
And to give him a bit of context, Napoli's had a tough season this season, but last year, Frankfurt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was killing it. Right?
Yeah, so like he only started 2 games for Napoli in what was like just a terrible season for Napoli, so you can't really hold it against him.
No, why not? Good business, get it done. Signing of the season, where would you put him?
Good business for me, because we've not got a right winger. Look at Jack Harrison's last 3 heat maps before he joined Everton. It's all left wing. Yeah. Where did we play him? Right wing. What are we doing?
Played up front, didn't he, at some point as well?
Oh, mate.
So where you put him? Good business?
Good business.
Good business. Okay, let's keep going. Emil Smith-Rowe. Ben, I'm going to come to you here. Market value 18.5 million, 23 years old. Is he potentially the next Fulham captain? Is he a Willian replacement? The current captain is Tom Kearney. He's not going to be there forever. Tough 2 years, I guess, for Emil Smith-Rowe. Do you like this one? What do you think?
I love it. I really, really like it. I think, like you said, it's been hard for him. He was kind of given that, not pressure, but he was kind of given the opportunity to be Arsenal's number 10, which is a massive thing. And then everything after that just kind of went so wrong in terms of the injuries. And you've seen it. You saw it with Arsenal when he first burst through, that ability to arrive late in the box. Excellent ball carrier. I think he'd be really good for Fulham, especially at that kind of price. Again, I think it's one of those, a bit like the Nketiah thing. You've got two players there that are definitely going to leave Arsenal this summer. They need places where you feel like it's going to be less so with Nketiah, but with Fulham, that's probably going to be Smith-Rowe's team a little bit.
Yeah, they've got to be important.
Yeah,
and that's a great point, because I think through the years they will have been important. Or even if they've gone on loan, they've gone to Huddersfield like Emil Smith-Rowe did, and he was important.
Yeah,
and so now I think they maybe lost themselves a touch in the sense of that, and I think they kind of need to feel that again. I think it's a really good point. So I'll tell you what, Ben, you choose. Where do you want to put Emil Smith-Rowe? Is it a no? Why not? Good business. Get it done. Signing of the season.
I think get it done.
Get it done. Okay.
Yeah.
I reckon you should get a solid price for him as well.
Arsenal rejected 40 million for him yesterday.
40?
Yeah. They're doing him a disservice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll push for cheaper than that, won't they? Ipswich, I'll take this one. Sammy Szmodics. Top scorer in the Championship last year for a Blackburn side that just about stayed up. In fact, his goals kept them up. Last game of the season, I think it was away at Leicester City, who just won the bloody thing. Ipswich have done some sort of early business. They've got Delap.
Great
I think
business.
They've spent a lot for Delap, though. Not sure about that one. Hutchinson, though.
Great signing.
And why is he great, Harry?
Don't. No, he actually got signed by Chelsea from Arsenal, so it's a little bit different.
Okay. Look, I'm not feeling this one, I'll be honest. The reason for that is I just think, look, he's done brilliant in the bad side, so all the signs are good there, but he is running. He has had an unreal season. It's the first season where he really outrageously clicked. And so maybe kind of go for it. Look, if you can get it for 5 million, I guess get it done, because if it's someone who, if that is the truth, then fine.
It's not better than Chaplin.
No, I think he's going to be a sort of squad player. So I'm cool with a why not, but is it really going to turn the needle? It actually feels like a signing for a team that's going to go down next year, and you're going to want him for the year after.
Yeah, I thought
He's 28 as well. You know what? That's a no for me. It's a no for me. I've made a decision. Okay. Leicester. Carl, I come to you. Matthias Süle, 21. Market value, 21 million. He is a Juventus player, but he's been on loan last year. Talk to me about him and pop him in a tier.
Yeah, this guy's got a left foot like a paintbrush. He's so silky with it. He's ridiculous. He can play right wing or 10. He's really, really similar to Cole Palmer. He's shorter, but he carries the ball well. He's stockier than you think as well.
He's got the Cole Palmer thing of wanting to get back into that zone 14. Like, he might pick up the ball in the right half space, but then he does make his way there, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that Frosinone team yesterday, they've got, last season, they've got no names, and he made himself the name in that team.
Right.
And he just showed Juventus what they were missing. And Juventus now need to rebuild, so they're going to have to sell him. And if Leicester can capitalise on that, it's ridiculously good business.
Really? Is it good enough? Is it one where it's like that guy keeps him up? You know, a bit like I guess Cole Palmer and the impact he's had, but maybe like a Maddison. I know they went down that season, but he was like the guy. Yeah, that's what happens.
It's either he keeps you up or you sell him for double if you go down.
Get it done, eh?
Yeah, get it done, 100%.
So, okay. Liverpool. Mark Gay. Harry.
Yeah.
24 mil. Sorry, 24. Sorry, 24 years old.
That's cheap, take it for 24.
32 mil. I think the general feeling, we've had Dan HLTCO on the pod kind of saying he's the one that will go. Although at least he's already gone.
He's gonna go.
He's the one he was certain of, because he thinks like he's not signing another contract, he will be going. And look, there's a clause there, I think, with him. That's maybe the other thing. And also his stock's never been higher.
People might look at this and think it's a bit underwhelming, but this is a fantastic temperament of a footballer.
Proven. Yep.
A brilliant box defender. He's composed on the ball. It ticks so many boxes, and he's the kind of guy that he would go into an environment, and whilst it might not have the furore of signing a Van Dijk, and I'm not saying he would be as good as Van Dijk, obviously, but people will go, oh, he's made a big difference to us. That's we feel really good here.
The England players call him Uncle Mark.
That's it. I was going to say, and I've heard that before. Like, apparently, everyone just feels like he's so sort of calm. And wise beyond his years.
Yeah.
And he's 24, so he's
Yeah.
still got he's got 8 years.
It makes a lot
greener.
of sense.
Yeah, I love it.
What could it be?
Get it done.
Get it done. Not signing season because, of course, his boy's at the top right now. Could be that. I mean,
It's not changing.
If Liverpool go and do something outrageous with him in there in Arne Slot's first season, with him and Van Dijk being imperious, then you never know. Next up, Man City. Ben. Oh, God.
Palace are going to hate you.
You're not going to like it either.
No, this is going to hurt both of us.
Abir Eze, 26. Market value 45 million. Can we bump that up and get QPR a lovely little sell-on? That would be lovely for all involved. What do you think about this? I know you're kind of keen on him as well. They've been linked with Danny Olmo as well, who's got a release clause which expired on Monday. So there's a bit of competition there. But, I mean, I would be so happy for him. But unless it just and then the charges come through and then get Grealish. Ben, what do you think?
Go and get Danny Olmo. Yeah, I think Danny Olmo's the much better fit for City. There's a lot of people out there that would say it would kill me if Eze went to City because I can't see another player go and play under Guardiola that gets that spark taken out of them. But I think he'd go there and be brilliant. I just think that, like, people say that a lot about Grealish, but I still love what Grealish has become there, and I think Eze would be similar to that. I think Eze's almost taken Grealish's spot in the England squad as that guy who can drift into those left half spaces. You know he's going to keep the ball down that side as well. Again, they've obviously got Doku over there, but I think he can play inside as well. He's kind of a bit of everything.
I don't think it's great for him. I know that sounds terrible. I'm not sure.
I think
he's not going to be an out starter.
Yeah, I think he's good enough, 100%. But I also think that he's got that kind of. You just love watching him play and love the way he glides with the ball. Go and be the guy somewhere. Yeah. I think that's what I want for Eze, and that's why I want him to come to Tottenham. But I think even taking that out of it, I think that's a smarter move. I think go and be the guy.
Yeah. For me, it's no. I'm going to keep him in no for now. Is everyone okay with that? Well, let's move on.
I'm more than fine with that. More than fine with that.
Man City fans, I get it. You're angry. That's fine. Man United. Ivan Toney, 28 years old. Market value 42 million. Is that what they just do? They just put down 42 million for every player that we've got.
So it's just 50 million euros.
Right. I see. Sorry.
Converted to our money.
Yeah. Obviously, the Xerxes signing has happened. There's a cracking video that's available right now. And actually, the person who turned me on to Xerxes was the man across me, Ben Bowman. Ivan Toney at Man United, double up on that. I guess you got Højlund there. Is it one where he is really good and because he's in that last year, you go and get it done?
I think Højlund and Xerxes. No.
Yeah.
No. You're saying leave it.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
you don't get
block
it.
their pathway.
This is not a knock on Toney. It's just, again.
Yeah.
I think you've got something there to build with United, with Xerxes and Højlund.
Okay.
Totally agree.
What, so we're saying no?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's other places.
I'd be in the why not category personally, because I don't think he's going to do any damage to you.
Oh, it won't do any damage. And
it could be a bit of a Sebastian Haller, maybe. You could start to go down that road a little bit. You got Garnacho, you got Rashford. Hang on a minute. No? Okay, too late. Xerxes in front. Newcastle, Kai, talk to me. Arthur Melo, 27. He's 27! Market value 12 million. What's the deal with Newcastle? They're low on money to spend because of.
Yeah, I think they're in the same group as us with we need to sell someone. They sold Minte, which was like loads of profit.
And Anderson as well, didn't they?
And Anderson, pure profit that as well.
Yeah.
Arthur Melo seems a bit unambitious, so he's not worth much because Barcelona gave him to Juventus in a really strange deal.
Is he better than his reputation? Because obviously, Premier League fans will think about the Liverpool move and him not playing.
Yeah, he's useful, I'd say, as far as I can go. If anyone hasn't seen it, look at his arms; they reach his knees. He's like an orangutan when he plays, and it gives him such a low centre of gravity, so it's really hard to get off the ball.
Well, so he just props himself up with his own arm.
It's so weird.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Where are you putting him here? No, why not? Good business, get it done. Signing of the season?
Injury record, I'd go no.
Yeah, it feels odd to me. And even at 27, I mean, I guess it's not old, is it? God,
it's very meh.
Nottingham Forest, Nikola Milenkovic, 26, market value 12 mil. He's a centre-back for Fiorentina, proper centre-back. Loves a header. Do you know what I was watching clips of him and I was thinking, do you know what he's one of those players that you go, the first tackle, they get clattered a little bit and he's got those like sharp bones.
Yeah.
He's just like... And so
Yeah.
for the next one, you go, no,
Yeah, I'm not going
you can
back in.
have that.
Yeah.
It feels like that kind of player. Scored like a couple of screamers. I saw that as well, which obviously, not going to happen often. I mean, did the Forest need another centre-back? They've gone through a few.
I mean, Murillo is outstanding.
Yeah. Does he go this summer?
He would be a weird replacement for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then again,
completely.
you don't go like for like necessarily.
No.
So it's a strange one.
But again, it's a better replacement for someone like Bolly, who's like again, how long has he got left?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
in
it's
the
like-
back three, in the middle of the back three, it's completely fine, I think. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Southampton. Guido Rodriguez, 30 years old, market value 17 million, now available on a free after leaving Real Betis this summer. Was part of Argentina's World Cup winning squad, playing that Saudi Arabia game. Not the most mobile. Nice distribution. Doesn't. I think I've spoken to Southampton fans and they're like, yeah, we're going down. And this doesn't help. I don't think this adds, like... I mean, I guess it would be competent on the ball. Russell Martin's, he's only going to play one way. He's going to try and keep the ball. So, but at 30, are you just going to, in a season's time, have a player that you don't really want on the books?
Yeah, it doesn't take them in the direction they want to go, really. He's free.
It's a
but,
no.
like-
It's a no for me. Although maybe you do need that little bit of experience. Armstrong's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, it's out of contract.
So you're losing a bit of experience there. Tottenham, Jacob Ramsey, 23, market value 30 million. Out of him and Eze, who is the dream target?
Eze.
And there's a video on it on the Ben Bowman channel right now. Go and check it out. Villa aren't forced to sell him because Douglas Luiz has gone. Is it worth breaking the bank? So I guess when it comes to tiers, Harry, is he a get it done, or do you want good business?
Probably good business. It's a good player. It suits what Ange's looking for. Those midfielders that can run ahead of the ball, get into the box,
Drive with the ball.
drive with the ball.
lovely guy.
Yeah,
I think
really
it's a weird one where I don't get it per se because you've got Sarr for that. Now, I'm not saying you just have one player, but I think he's probably a slightly watered down version of Sarr. Probably a better rounded player.
More attacking.
Can
isn't
play
it?
in the
Bit
left
better
also.
rounded, but less of the magic stardust that Sarr has. Sarr has a bit of innocence to him that, like, something out of nowhere can come out. And Ramsey
Probably got
doesn't
more
quite have
energy
that.
as well. So I
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah. So I don't completely get it because I think Spurs actually have some pretty good options in midfield right now.
I think he's great.
He's a very good player.
business,
Yeah, he's a
but
great
from
player.
what you're saying, I'm going to go, why not? West Ham, John Duran, 20, market value 70 million. I like this one.
Cheat
Yeah.
code. Yeah.
He hits the
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
He's the
Strikes
kind
the ball
of
so hard.
it's so difficult to find ways to score goals, and he's a player that all he has to do is generate a little bit of separation in and around the box, and the ball's getting hit like a rocket. You can get so many goals from just having that. It's a real cheat code as a thing, just being able to generate your own shots
Yeah.
out of nothing. You know, again, it's not like you're looking at it as the most beautiful style of football, but it's like, well, I need to win games.
Yeah.
And a player that can hit the ball like that from pretty much anywhere, any angle, is a real useful. And he hits it. It's not just he hits it so cleanly; he hits it so early, and it catches keepers by surprise.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, why is he going? Why is he leaving? It's because he's got Ollie Watkins in front of
Yeah.
him because he wants to play, and
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not a bad reason to buy someone, is it? Do you know what I mean? That's why he's available.
He's the kind of striker that if you are a team trying to stay up, and this is not a disservice to him, but you're like, oh my god, I wish we had a player. We had a number 9 like that.
Yeah.
Just any moment, just a shot can come and like puts the other team in the back.
Yeah, we
foot.
did a Villa pod, and they weren't sure. They weren't totally sure on him.
I'll definitely get it done.
Give it a
I'd say.
chance.
Get it done.
I'd say
Yeah.
so.
Okey-doke.
Definitely.
And Wolves, Gustavo Hamer, in linked. I like it.
Yeah.
The bright spark for Sheffield United last year, and obviously what was absolutely a dire season for them, and obviously jumped up from Coventry, where there's that one where you go, I think he's Prem,
He's a Premier
Yeah.
League footballer.
and then
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we've seen it now in a very difficult team. For Wolves, he doesn't outrageously drive with the ball, but he does kind of go and get into those. He goes to affect the game a lot of the time. He's very complete despite this little stout thing. Kai, what do you think?
Yeah, set pieces as well, very important. I think he knits things nicely together as a profile they don't really have at the minute. They've got a lot of ball carriers, not got a lot of like distributors.
Okay,
It makes sense.
I think it'd be good business.
Good. He arrives in areas really well as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacking areas.
Yeah.
And there we have it. The biggest rumour of every team ranked.